Alright, for the third video class, we were just talking about equations and solutions to equations. So definition, that a linear equation in one variable x is an equation that can be written in the standard form ax plus b equals 0, where a and b are real numbers and a is different from 0. I wasn't able here to write not equals. So this means a different from 0, right? So again, it's just, you guys recognize this a line, nothing too confusing. How to solve one of these, I'm not trying to insult your intelligence. Just basic idea how you solve one of these. Ax plus b equals 0. Well, we subtract b from both sides, so you get, subtract b over on the left hand side, you get ax. Subtract b on the right hand side, you get negative b. Then to get the x by itself, you divide by a. Again, a is not 0, so that's okay. And when you divide both sides by a here, you get x equals, and you have negative b over a. Okay? Again, alright, nothing too bad. You guys have all seen this before. So, let me clear this. Let's do an example. Basic example, but an easy first one. Let's start with 3x minus 6 equals 0. Again, basic example, but we know what to do. We want to get the x by itself to find all solutions to this equation. So what we do, we add 6 to both sides, of course. So you get over here 3x, negative 6 plus 6 is 0. On the right hand side, you get 0 plus 6 is 6. And you guys know we divide both sides by 3. And we get that x equals 2. Right? So, you guys have seen this before. And of course, you plug 2 in up here, you get 6 minus 6 is 0. So, of course, that's correct. So, alright, basic example. Let's clear that. Alright. A little more complicated example. Let's start with 6 times the quantity x minus 1. That's a 1. X minus 1 plus 4 equals 3 times the quantity 7x plus 1. Alright, so remember our order of operations. Try to solve this. First thing we want to do is we want to multiply through the parentheses everywhere. So we see the 6, we distribute the 6 through. So on this left hand side we get 6x minus 6 plus 4, right? 6x minus 6, 6 times x is 6x, minus 6 times 1 is minus 6, and plus 4 equals, and on the right hand side we distribute the 3. 3 times 7x is 21x, and then 3 times 1 is 3. Right? Now we want to get the x's to one side, the constants to one side. Before we do anything else, let's simplify this left hand side. You see a negative 6 and a plus 4. That's just negative 6 plus 4 is minus 2, right? So you get 6x minus 2 equals 21x plus 3. Right? Now what do? We move things to the proper side. So I'm going to move this 3 over. Let's subtract 3 from both sides, in which case I get 6x minus 5 equals 21x. Again, all I did was subtract 3 from the left, which cancels. Subtract 3 from here, I get minus 5. Now, I'm going to subtract the 6x from both sides. I'll go to a different board. If I subtract 6x from the left-hand side, I'm just left with negative 3. Is that negative 3 or negative 5? Did I screw that up? It was negative 5, of course. So I clear negative 5. After I subtract 6x on the left, on the right hand side, subtract 6x from 21, I'm left with 15x. So on the right hand side, I'm left with 15x. Again, subtracting 6x from both sides. Now I divide 15. I divide both sides by 15. So I'm just going to flip the equality. I get x, because I divide by 15, equals, I take negative 5 divided by 15. And this is negative 1 over 3. Alright, so this should be our solution to the problem. Anytime you're solving an equation, you have the ability to check your solution, right? So let me go back to the original board. I'll clear it. Go back to this board right here. So let's start with the original equation, but let's plug in our solution of negative 1/3 into this equation. So I take 6 times negative 1/3 negative 1/3 minus 1, what that was, plus 4 I believe, equals, make sure, plus 4 equals, and now we're plugging in negative 1/3 equals 3. This is 7 times negative 1/3, and I'm running out of room, and we need to add 1 there, so I'm going to cheat and add it down here, plus 1, close the bracket. Alright, so now we want to solve this, but remember, do the parentheses, order of operations, everything in the parentheses first. Negative 1/3 minus 1, this is 3 over 3, negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. So I get 6 times negative 4 over 3 and now there's a plus 4 equals, and I have a 3. 7 times negative 1 over 3 is negative 7 over 3. And plus 1. I have enough room to write another line over here. If I multiply this, 6 times negative 4 over 3, the 3 cancels with the 6, leaving a 2. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. I have a plus 4 equals, now negative 7 over 3, this is 3 over 3. Negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4. So I still have a 3 on the outside. And on the inside I get negative 4 over 3. Let me go to a different board and clear this. And so now I get negative 8 plus 4 on the left hand side, which is negative 4. On the right hand side, the 3's cancel, and I get negative 4. And negative 4 does equal negative 4. Right? So we check, we got the answer of negative 1/3, and this answer is correct.